Hi there and welcome to our second tutorial on sight singing. And if you've watched the first one, you will have noticed that the scale that we sung at the beginning of the session only went up to La, whereas today we're going to sing the full scale. We're going to go from Do all the way up to Do at the top, back down to Do at the bottom. So we're going to sing a full octave. So what we're going to do is we're going to use that note as Do, and we're going to sing from Do all the way up to Do and back to Do again with all the notes in between. Here we go, after two. 1, 2. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Well done if you joined in at home. We're going to do it again, but with one subtle difference. This time, although we're going to still sign the notes, we're not actually going to sing them out loud. We're going to try and hear them in our head. So in effect, we're audiating the notes. We're internalizing each of these pitches so that we can then apply that to singing from the stave. So here we go. After two, only in your head, mind you. 1, 2. Well done. Hopefully you could still hear the notes in your head, even though you weren't singing them out loud. And if you did, that's a really good sign, because that means you're a good listener, it means you've internalized the pitch, and it means that singing the notes off the stave will be so much easier if you understand the relationship between the notes and how they sound before you sing them. So, on the last tutorial, I only used 3 lines on each of the staves that we were looking at. And that doesn't really matter because, as I said in the last video, as long as we know where Do is, we can work out where all the other notes are. And of course, whenever we go up and down in sequence, so in step, if we start on a space, the next note has to then be on a line, then a space, and so on. Whereas if we start on a line, the next note will have to be in a space, then on a line, then on a space. So a note can only be either or. It can't be in a line and a space. So as long as we remember that, the pattern and the sequence should be fairly straightforward. Now, at the top here, I've got a selection of notes, and we don't need to worry about the length of the notes because for the purpose of this video and this session, we're just thinking about what the note sounds like. So we need to understand what Do sounds like, first of all, so that we can work out what all the other notes will sound like. So we're in D major. So there's Do this time, and it just so happens that if we're in D major, D needs to be our starting note, or Do. So I've written D for Do here, and I've just helped you along a little bit with the first 5 notes. If you look at where Do is in a space. We go up a note to Re, so we're going up one step, and then one more step to Mi. Then we go back down a step to Re, back down another step, back to Do, where we started. And I'm not going to write any more on, because I want you to see whether you can actually work out what the notes are and what they should sound like. Be careful though, because at the end, you'll notice that we actually miss out a note or two. So between this note and this note, we've missed out the note that would be on the line. And here, we've gone from another space to a space, and we've missed out another note on a line. So the gaps there will be bigger than the gaps earlier on. So a little bit like in the last video, what we're going to do is we're going to go note at a time. We're going to sing each note. We're going to use the solfege names for the notes. I'm going to leave a little gap so that you can sing it first, and then I'll join in, and hopefully we will have reached the same pitch together. So here we go. Do, Re, Mi, Re, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, so, so, mi, mi, do. How did you get on? Don't know if you also noticed that we had two pitches that were the same and then another two pitches that were the same. So if they're in the same space or on the same line, the note has to sound the same. Let's see if we can sing the whole thing all the way through this time. Ready? After two. 1, 2. Do, re, mi, re, do, re, mi, fa, sol, so, mi, do. Well done. I hope you did a great job at home. I'm sure you did. We're going to have a go at the second one now. Now the second one is in G major. So there's do in this case. A little bit higher actually this time, but do is our starting note. And you'll notice that we go up one note, so that must be re. And then we go back down to do again. And then we're actually going to go one note lower than do. Now you might say, well, there is no note lower than do, but of course there is, because if you were thinking of the do up here, one note below that would be T. And of course the notes can carry on going down for as long as you want. T would be below this do here. So our lowest note in this little sequence is going to be T. If you look, we have another one there. And the sequence, again, mostly is in step, but there are a couple of places there, look, where we've got a gap. We're going from a line to a line. So if we know that this is do, we must be going from mi to do when we get to that point. So I think what we'll do this time is we'll try and audiate the whole thing. I'm going to sign the note, so if you want to watch me, that might help you. We're going to sign the whole thing silently, and then we're going to sing the whole of that phrase. So, there's do. Can you sing do? Good. So here we go. So if we get do in our head, we can now hopefully work out the rest of the notes. Here we go. Silently first. After 2, 1, 2. Okay, good. This time, I'm going to leave you a little gap so that you can sing it, and then I'll sing you the note, and hopefully we'll match, and then we'll sing the whole thing through together. So, are we ready? There's do, do, re, do, ti, do, re, mi, do, ti, do. How did you get on? Did the notes match? I hope they did. Let's see if we can sing the whole thing all the way through then. After 2, 1, 2, do, re, do, ti, do, re, mi, do, ti, do. And there we have it. So we've had a go at sight reading 2 little passages, most of which the notes are close together or next door to each other, with just a few extra little gaps towards the end. In the next video, we're going to look at sight singing some slightly more complex passages where the gaps are bigger in between the notes. But if you practice with all the things that we've done in video 1 and video 2, video 3 will be a doddle. So I look forward to seeing you for that very soon. Bye for now.